Hey everybody, I'm Dale Earnhardt Jr. and this is the Dirty 30. The best highlights from all of our podcasts this week. 30 minutes every single Friday. The Dirty 30 coming at you. Let's get right to it. This episode of the Dirty 30 is presented by Arby's new Meat in 3 box. Get more meal for your money at Arby's. We have the meats. SVG, I saw some cameras on his feet. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Guy don't like he don't like cameras on his feet. Do you know that?
Because it could give away what he's doing.
Listen, let me tell you something, SVG. And is he calling in?
Yeah, he's calling.
Okay, let me talk to him about this. So I don't want to repeat myself, so I'm gonna save that conversation. But I'll just say it. I'm at the Chicago race. We are in the middle of the race. The race is happening. SVG is looking like he might win this freaking thing, right? So the broadcast is going. All the people at home are going. And I start getting text messages from my friends in Australia. And one of the people that's texting me is a guy by the name of Paul Morris. And Paul Morris is a V8 supercar driver from years ago. And Paul has served on like the V8 supercar committee. This dude, he's a racer. And you can follow Paul on social media. He's talking about racing. And he's in it. And he knows SVG and all these guys really well. He said, he's kicking these guys' ass because of how he uses the clutch on in the braking zone. And so, traditionally, now this is something I think those guys in Australia do really well with the V8 supercar, and I'm sure it happens. It's well done, probably in Europe as well. F1 drivers, whatever, right? I mean, this isn't like
it's their craft.
Yeah, this ain't NASCAR guys do, but when we use the clutch, if we do, it's to change the gear. We don't use the clutch to control wheel hop or any of that. We don't use the clutch to try to improve tire life over the duration of a run. Paul was like, hey, when he goes down into the braking zone, he lifts off the gas, mashes the brake pedal, but you'll watch him, he'll modulate the clutch. And so when you at a road course, if you're driving wide ass open into a deep braking zone, you lift off the gas, you pop the revs to downshift, like one, and as soon as you put the car into the lower gear, it tries to drag the rear tires. It's called engine braking, and so you're decelling in a high RPM, and it sometimes in bad cases can induce wheel hop. The rear tires just start bouncing across the racetrack, and you see guys wreck.
When you were racing, you were left foot braking in these zones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you would left foot brake and then pop the gas pedal. He is right foot braking?
I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, he's right foot braking.
And he's got his foot on the clutch.
Yes.
And so what he's doing is he kind of, when he starts to feel the rear tires trying to get like the engine braking trying to drag the rear tire or even induce some wheel hop, he will modulate the clutch just slightly to dampen the load on the drivetrain. The
effect,
the effect on the drive shaft. They have different components in the next gen car than they don't have drive shafts anymore like a rally car, but he's trying to dampen the load that the drivetrain is trying to put on the rear tires, so the tire isn't getting his ass kicked. The rear tires aren't getting their ass kicked into the braking zone in a downshift under engine braking. And so another thing that he does is he will modulate the clutch and pitch the car in the middle of the corner down deep in the braking zone. He kind of will release the clutch a little bit or use the clutch pedal in a way to help the car pitch and turn. No other NASCAR driver is using the clutch pedal like this. No one. And so they talked about it during the broadcast. Kevin Harvick mentioned it, but it allows him to brake much deeper, and he's using more brake caliper, brake clamp. He's using a lot more brake force to slow the car down. A lot of guys, myself included, we use the engine braking to slow the car down, but that's bad on the rear tire. That makes the rear tire mad because the rear tire is literally kind of trying to get drug into the corner.
Yeah.
And so when we would go to even Pocono, turn 1, when we were downshifting, I'm downshifting early using the engine braking. No, I'm using less brake pedal, brake pressure, and using engine braking to slow the car down. I did that at road courses too. That ain't the way to do it. That ain't the best way to do it. The best way to do it is to use less engine braking, use brake pedal, use the actual braking system, and use the clutch to modulate wheel hop deep into the braking zone. And so that is, the dude's just really great at road courses, but that's one of the reasons why he's not only great, but that also makes him fast on the back end of the run. Everyone else out there has pissed their tires off, slid front tires, made the rear tires mad, doing all those things I just talked about. And he is out there driving fast, but also keeping his tires happy. And so halfway into the run or at the very end of the run, this guy's still smoking off big-time laps, and no one else can get even close.
Seconds.
Yes. Better. That is the difference. We went to the next couple of races, and he did not want foot cameras. And if they put a foot camera in there, he kicked it out of the way. But no, I would tell him, hey, I get it. This is a thing that you can do that these other guys don't know how to do, but their ass ain't going to learn it.
Not this. No, I don't think so.
This is a technique that you need to be doing from the day that you start driving race cars. It ain't some you can start picking up and learning and understanding. There ain't no chance, no way in hell there is a single driver in the NASCAR Cup field today that could apply and adopt this technique and do it well. It's just not possible. Shan van Gisbergen calling in right here, joining the Dale Jr. Download. Shane, thanks for giving us some time today.
We're going to need a foot. Yeah, we need a foot camera.
See, yeah,
right
we need
now.
a foot cam. See what you're doing. See what kind of technique you're using during this call. Hey, I wanted to talk to you about that, and I ain't gonna let you off the hook. So,
what's that?
When we put the foot camera in there, you kept telling us. I work with the network, so I know the dialogue. You kept telling us, man, I don't want that foot camera down there, and then we'd put one down there, and you'd kick it out of the way. What's the deal?
I have big feet. I'm a big fella. And in the wrong spot.
Oh, bull. Are you serious? The camera was in your way?
It was in the way.
Oh, so your concern, I think you have genuine concern that, you don't want a lot of people to really truly see that technique or understand that technique. But I got to tell you, no one's going to be able to learn that. Like our guys that are 30, 35, 40 years old, they're not going to be able to like put this in their, their repertoire. They're not going to be able to like start trying this technique and do it well.
I think Logano and Cindric have started to.
They're trying, but Logano.
Yeah.
I learned. I heard them talking like Logano was trying to do it in practice, but they're not. They may be trying to like put their feet where your feet are, but they really don't know what they're trying to do with the clutch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I also think people overthink it as well. Like I don't think it is a big advantage, but of course I'm going to say that. But yeah, it's all I've known. But I used to do it because you had to in a V8 supercar.
Right.
With the lock
Why
diff,
did you have to?
Because they would have a lock diff, and you'd have to run so much rear brake to make it turn, so you could control the rear lock and the brake zone.
Yep.
And then as you got to the brake zone, the clutch would be out as you turned in, and it would help the car to turn.
Yep.
But in this, you don't need to because the diff is open, so you don't really have rear locking because you can run so much more front brake bias.
Right.
So I don't.
You don't know that the advantage is what it used to be for you in the previous cars you drove.
Yeah, like it obviously probably is some, but it's nowhere near.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't drive a V8 supercar fast and left foot brake.
Really?
Maybe for a couple of laps, but yeah, not.
That was your problem.
That was my problem.
That was your problem.
Yeah. But here, I don't think it's a advantage at all. But as you said, the older guys, I would struggle to left foot brake.
Exactly.
It would be hard for me to go and do the opposite.
Guys, it's back, and I'm excited because now you don't have to go hunting all over for good barbecue. Arby's is bringing back that slow-smoked goodness straight to the drive-thru. I've been waiting all year for Arby's to bring back their barbecue sandwich lineup this year, and it's even better than ever. We're talking a 1/4 pound of pulled pork smoked for 4 hours and a 1/4 pound of chopped brisket smoked for a full 13 hours. Now that's real barbecue, low and slow. On pit road, we work fast, but in the barbecue pit, slow is how you get it right. And they got it right. And the sweet and spicy barbecue sauces are back too, so you can mix it up however you like. I'll be honest, 13-hour brisket from the drive-thru, I had to try it. I picked up a sandwich the other day for lunch on my way to the shop, and it surprised me. It's legit. Low and slow in fast food, it's kind of wild, but it works. Arby's is doing real, authentic barbecue that's so good you won't believe that you got it at a drive-thru. Everybody knows Arby's has the meats, so if you can count on anyone to do barbecue right, it had to be Arby's. Available for a limited time at participating locations while supplies last. Prices may vary. Get your barbecue sandwich at Arby's near you today.
Time to move on to Ask DBC. These questions are submitted by our fans, so apologies in advance. Kurt, the last time the number 97 sat on the pole was Homestead in 2004 when you won the Cup Series championship. What do you remember from that weekend?
That was the championship run. That's when the year, the focus, the execution. Back then, we used to be able to test wherever we wanted, like for 5 test sessions. It wasn't just a Goodyear tire test. So we saved all of our tests for the final 10 weeks. We went to Martinsville about 10 days prior. We went to Darlington 10 days prior. Went to all these tracks, and just to execute all the way through that playoff run. Our plan was to show up like a possum when the playoffs started, and we were like 7th or 8th in points all year. The 10 guys got in back then. And then the first playoff race was Loudon. We won it and didn't look back. And then to get to Homestead, we were getting nervous. Like my points lead, we blew an engine at Atlanta, and the points lead had kind of dwindled down to basically what it is in today's format, 3 points. So I had a 3-point lead on Johnson and like a 5-point lead on Gordon. And what I remember vividly the most, the wheel broke and came apart. I missed the end of pit road somehow, some way. We reset in the back and just kind of worked our way back up. One thing I remember, though, was there was a late caution, and we couldn't quite make it on fuel. It was too far of a stretch. And Jimmy Fenton, the crew chief's like, we can't make it. We can't make it. We're going to have to pit again. And I said, if Gordon and Johnson pit, we're coming in with them. We're all either going to go back up to the top 5 together, or we're all going to run out together. And sure enough, they pitted, we pitted. And we all worked our way back up through, just one car at a time. And I just kept watching Johnson, Gordon, and just passing cars. And I don't even know who I was passing, don't know when or how. I just had to keep watching to be within 2 positions of Johnson. That's what I remember the most about that day. And it all ended up unfolding to where we won that championship.
How'd you get that tire to fall off at the perfect time?
Right. When that thing was vibrating, it wasn't because of a loose wheel from a pit stop. It wasn't because the tire was coming apart because of excessive wear. It was this little guy on my shoulders like, you're not ready to win this championship. There's a vibration. You got to pit. And this guy over here is like, dude, just go for it, man. Just go for it. There's nothing wrong. You're ready for this moment. Go for it. No, we can't do this.
That's the that's what's in his head right there. That's perfect Kurt Busch right there.
No, man, then I'm asking all the people in the car, because I always had imaginary friends. Hey, everything good back
there? Finally, everyone's seeing the real Kurt Busch that I know.
No, there'd be a dude in the right rear. Hey, man, how about I scrape that fender? Oh, you're fine. Keep digging. There's no tire rope. No, it was fun. But what's cool, I can tell this funny story about the 97. When I left Roush Racing, for different reasons, one of them was they stiffed me with the bill in New York at the banquet to pay for dinner for all the crew guys. That was one of the reasons. But the team retired the number 97, kind of like a FU on the way out. And when Jamie McMurray took over, it was car number 26. It's kind of cool. The 97 sat dormant for all these years. And I feel like that's kind of my number in the Hall of Fame. That's my vibe, and I'm so proud of SVG for bringing it back. And he's running it now because that was his childhood number. Yeah. It's cool, though. The 97 sat dormant for years, and that's a cool question to have on the show.
Yeah.
And can you tell us the story of how the Cougar car scheme happened?
Oh, the Cougar, yeah. So I was running with James Finch.
God bless him.
And James Finch, one of the most awesome guys, like the Mohawk team guy,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He would do anything for you to have fun. And the way that we had a charity program that weekend at Talladega, and I was going through it. Like, we weren't really rounding up sponsors when I was running with Finch. We had a few early in the year, and then things were starting to fizzle out. And I'm like, hey, man, can I just run a paint scheme for our military and have the Cougar car at Talladega, because Talladega Nights, and he was going through it in the movie, right? I mean, Will Ferrell's working his way back up, trying to find his mojo, and he had to learn how to drive with a Cougar in the car. That's what his dad taught him to do. NASCAR let me run with a stuffed Cougar in the car.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was on the down bar right next to the oil tank. A stuffed animal. Wow. Like, could have got a little hot, could have caught on fire. There's a Cougar in the car.
There's another friend in there, and it's just add it to the rest
I
of
was
them.
chatting with him, yeah.
Another friend.
Fan Day coming up here at Junior Motorsports May 21st. Dirty Mo Media and SiriusXM, they're going to be hosting a handful of shows all throughout the day live. And starting with Larry Mack, Daniel Trotta at 9 a.m. Live on the Arby's stage. And then at 11 a.m., we're going to kick off more Dirty Mo Live with our crew. You don't want to miss it. Kenny Wallace, Mike Davis, they're all going to be up there. Some surprise guests as well. At noon, we'll have Bless Your Hardt with my wife Amy and myself. And then door bumper clear at 1 p.m. Joining them will be Jordan Bianchi. Come hang out with us on Thursday, May 21st. We'd love to see you out here. A lot of other things to check out as well. A lot of booths, kiosks, sponsors will be promoting all kinds of things. Jerky Boys, all stuff, Filter Time, whatever. There'll be race cars to look at. Tons of things to do. Come check it out. Do you remember the feeling that you had when you got called?
Yeah, I was pumped. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it like, is there any, I know there's elation, right? And happiness and excitement around that, but is there also relief that you got 20, you got 18 years of work,
Yeah.
right? You got all this.
Yeah. There's a little bit of relief. I mean, I didn't really think about playing in the NBA until like my senior year of high school. And even then it's like, you don't really know how college is going to go.
Yep.
So I didn't think about it much. I thought about just, getting better each day. And I think that was a good approach for me. But yeah, it was awesome. I was pumped, and it's good to find out where you're going, where you're moving. I think that's a big piece of it too. It's like you have no idea where you could be living next year. And so I was pumped to stay in state too, where I'd been the year before.
For sure. Yeah.
So
you had a decent idea of what the weather was like,
right.
what it looked like terrain wise.
Yep. So so that was also a plus.
Yeah. Your time in Duke though, I mean, it's literally like what, 16 months in total?
Not even. I'd say you get there in July and you're out. I was out by Duke graduates in like late April, so I was out by April. So
forgive my ignorance, but is that your expectation going in?
No.
Right? You're thinking it could be here 3-4 years?
Yeah. I had no anticipation or expectation to be Division I.
Do some guys
one and done?
Do some guys have that locked in their mind? And that's my goal. That's what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, like Cooper was like the number one player in the country, so he was like everybody was already saying he's the number one pick. And so he probably he knows. It happened like pretty early on where I was like, oh, okay, like I think I'll be able to go. But I had no idea. I just kind of wanted to throw myself into that, and that was kind of a goal, I'd say.
Is it your choice entirely?
I mean, you can stay. You see now that kids that are kind of borderline in that like lottery to like late first round range are going back because they're getting paid. They're getting paid a lot. So
plus, there is it realistic to think they got a better shot at a higher pick the second year? Or
yeah, I think I think so. Age starts to become a thing where it's like, oh, you're old, you're a little older, so you don't get picked as early.
Like what age is getting old?
Yeah, I think like sometimes being like a like 22, like is seen, like if you went 4 years and you're 22, like that, sometimes that dings you a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But then you see those guys will come in and be awesome.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't know if that thought process is changing a little bit, but sometimes it does kind of ding guys.
Well, I wanted to talk about the rookie of the year. I don't want to make you uncomfortable because you're a humble guy, but there was a big debate nationwide over who was the rightful rookie of the year this year. And, you know, I kind of want to hear how I don't know that you probably cared too much about how that netted out. At least you're not, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm not asking you to tell me whether you feel like you deserved it or not, but you, like all of us, have to wait for the results, and those are the results, and you move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Your good friend wins the award. You both are very supportive of each other, which is great. And I'm sure you've heard a ton of great feedback from fans who believed that you deserved to win it.
Yep.
What has that experience been like? I was sitting there thinking, I was devastated for you, because, having paid really close attention to the season, I felt like that the body of work was deserving of the award. But I was wondering maybe that you were just thankful to be in the conversation, and that you're like, man, this is what a hell of an opportunity to. So I'm just curious,
Yep.
What was your mind frame?
Obviously I wanted to win it. I felt like I felt that if you would have told me that that's how I played at the beginning of the season, this is how your season would go, I would have taken it 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I went into that day of them announcing it in the morning. I was like, I can't do anything about it now. I did all I could.
Yeah.
And so, I never really, I would have, felt a little bit bad about it if I was like, man, I left some stuff out there, but I felt like I did all I could. Maybe I wish I could have shot it better at the end of the season, but I did all I could. And so, I was willing to live with the result. I felt like I had a really, really good season. I felt like I was deserving. I would have won it in a lot of different years.
Yep.
And I thought Cooper was also very deserving. He had a great year. And so,
have you and him had an opportunity to chat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I texted him right after, try to get together with him this summer sometime for a weekend or something. But yeah, we talked about it, congratulated him. He had a heck of a season, and, it was definitely an honor to even be considered. Obviously wish I would have won.
For sure, man. I was wanting that for you as well, bud, and I know it's a very small consolation prize, but there are so many people that are that believe you deserved it. There's a lot of Hornets fans that still have their mind about the player you are and the person you are hasn't been altered at all by the overall decision. All right, don't forget about stopping by the online merch store. We have some new stuff dropping called the Zero to Freedom line. This drops on May the 6th. Let's take a look at some of these shirts in the Zero to Freedom line. Look at that. Full send since 2013. Nice one, man. Good, clean on the front and on the back. You got the American flag with a bunch of, looks like some Gen 5 race cars. Star Stripes and stock cars. And then another clean front there on the blue Dirty Mo. And again, the Eagle. Zero to Freedom. And if you don't want sleeves, you'll get this number. Check it out at shop.dirtymomedia.com. May the 6th. A couple of those new shirts will be on there for you guys to enjoy.
Play a little game of this or that.
This or that.
And keep it real simple. So first question is, would you rather be each other's gym partners or work out solo?
Solo.
I just feel like
Dale
you're better
grunts
off
too
to
much.
be separate.
What?
Dale grunts too much.
Oh, my God.
I'm just kidding.
When's the last time you worked out, Dale, in the gym?
When's the last time I worked out?
I don't know.
About 4 months ago, 3 months ago.
Maybe.
Yeah. I get in these little spurts where I'm like going to do it maybe 2 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, whatever.
He has these little programs he'll pull up on his phone where the app tells him what to do, and like it prompts him to do all the things, and he'll do that. And once he gets to the goal, he's like, okay, done.
I don't have a routine. It's hard to stay.
He's never been one to work out.
It's hard to stay at it. I do enjoy it though.
That's why I had to do one where like I go to Orange Theory because I need someone to like
yell at you,
tell me what to do, and like kind of push me a little.
Orange Theory is hard.
Yeah, I enjoy it though.
Yeah,
I like riding my bike. I have an indoor bike. I have my road bikes for outside. I like riding bike either way.
The road biking thing is has such a weird stigma, but it is so fun. Dale and I have done that together, so that is one thing we do together.
I like weights.
And you don't really talk to each other, but it's fun to do the road bikes. I have an e-bike because I can't keep up.
I love being outdoors, exploring, riding around on the lake.
You see areas you don't see just riding around town.
Yeah, I don't think that's the same as like going to the gym
really
and working out together
gym.
like that. I'd rather do it on my own.
I despise running.
Yeah, I feel like everybody around you despises running. Nobody's running.
Yeah. Next question is, would you rather be the couple that hosts the party or disappears early at the party?
Damn.
Both?
I mean, it just
Can I be both?
Host the party.
Host and disappear
I
early.
hate hosting.
So you want to disappear early?
I hate hosting a
Why
party.
do you hate hosting?
Because there's pressure.
You got to get the place clean.
There's pressure that it's fun for everybody. That you got to make sure everybody's having a good time. Make sure the music's right. All the you don't love it either. Like when
I do love it. I don't. So here's the thing, we have a bit different version of what's important when we're hosting. I want to make sure that everybody's got enough food, that there's water, that there's things, and Dale just wants everybody to come over, and he's worried about music and the entertainment part of it,
the vibe.
Yeah, and so if I start getting out catering and he's like, oh my gosh, this is way too much. I'm like, not really. You have 30 people coming over here. What if they need something to eat? So we've always just disagreed about that part of it. But everybody always used to come over. We've always hosted.
I don't mind. We did disagree. We don't anymore. I'm fine with like feeding everybody. I used to always think. So I was like, man, everybody's coming over to drink.
Yeah.
We're not coming over here to eat a full spread.
Just snack and drink.
I'm like, we are here to drink, and you know what? The less eating, the better.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. And
then Amy comes into my life, and she's like, hey, when everybody comes over there, I'm going to have some tacos. I'm like, no, what the tacos? I'm going to have some hot dogs. No.
Yeah, so we got a hot dog machine, too, from the old hauler.
Like the
and so like I had the roller.
Oh,
and so
like
I would just keep hot dogs down there in the fridge and have buns in the freezer, and I could get them out. Because inevitably around 10:30 or 11, everyone was starving. And people were still wanting to hang out. Like, a hot dog's not going to throw your whole night. Yeah. But you need to have a little food in there.
Speaking of food, soft or hard shell tacos?
Soft.
Hard.
I'm with Dale on this one.
He likes soft corn, and I like soft flour.
Soft porn?
Corn.
Oh.
Wow.
Did you not hear her?
James.
She said soft
Damn.
porn.
We lost James before Dale even responded.
Did you think she said it?
No.
James nodding.
I've got too much Botox in my lip, and I can't even say the words right.
He likes soft porn.
Corn. Yeah. Golly.
I like soft corn.
Soft corn.
As
tortillas.
Instead of
hard corn. Hey, tacos. We're talking about tacos, guys.
Who eats the hard corn?
God dang. I'm out.
Man,
I'm out of here. Going home.
Like,
we can't even talk about tacos. Okay. The girls like crunchy tacos. It's the only way I get them to eat tacos.
I do not know what in the hell people are thinking that like hard tacos.
It just falls apart.
Dude, as soon as you bite into it, it is destroyed. It is not a taco anymore.
You think that people that like hard tacos are just like crazy people?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Really? Well, yes. Me and my kids are crazy.
I just think you should just get nachos.
Well, I love nachos too. Like, don't hold out on me. I love a nacho.
That's basically what a hard taco becomes after the first bite.
Yeah, sure.
Plate of nachos.
Yeah. That's how I got Nicole to even eat nachos. It's giving her crunchy tacos. It fell apart. And I looked at her and said the exact same thing. She's like, oh, you got nachos, Coley. You like nachos too. Yeah. She told her. And she's like, oh, okay.
It's a massive disappointment when you open up the bag and they put you put your taco in a hard shell and not the soft one. And you're like, well, this ain't going to be as good as I thought.
Golly.
Yeah.
All right, let's get off this topic.
All right, that was another episode of the Dirty 30 presented by Arby's new Meat in 3 box. Get more meal for your money at Arby's. We have the meat.